Hello and welcome back to the Spirit Guide Daily. Hey, these are daily messages, but they're timeless. They will cross your path when they're meant to. I love this deck. It is the Conley Tarot. I only ever saw it in one local shop, but I'm sure it's available in other places. It's very vibrant. It's based on the Rider-Waite, but it does deviate, so there are other symbols. Look into the artwork. When you are trying to read cards, look into the symbolism and the artwork and the colors. Wait to see what feeling comes off of a card as well. Don't just go by definitions. Wait and see what the feeling you get is when you look at a card. Remember, these can also serve as intermediate tarot lessons, so that's part of the reason I'm going into that. We have the Beach Time Soul, the Island Wellness, or the Love Oracle. They've rebranded this. I swear I've seen it under 5 different titles. It's not very expensive. I usually look for it under the Island Wellness cards. And why? Because that's the way I was introduced to it. I'm not sure why they struggled with that title so very much. These are the Enchanted Map Oracle cards, and we're going to get going with the Conley cards. The Knight of Cups won it out like crazy there. What is the Knight of Cups? The Knight of Cups is the start of something new and emotionally pleasing. It can be a romantic dream coming into the 3D. It can, in fact, be a romantic overture as well. It is somebody who's not very grounded, but it is somebody who is like their heart's in the right place, even if their feet aren't always on the ground. That is coming out with the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, which is a card of independence, of privilege, of receiving. It is a good money card, for it does suggest somebody who knows their own mind and speaks their truth easily. It is one of the cards also for changing your personal appearance, at least for me. So it can be about like going for a beauty treatment or getting a haircut type of thing. Here we go, 1 and 2 and 3. So far, it kind of looks like a person who is single may find that they're attracting more attention again. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which is for me the start of a new karmic cycle. With that Nine of Pentacles in the upright and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, that can be seen as an economic downturn, but the Knight of Cups combined with the Nine of Pentacles and then the Wheel of Fortune, a new and pleasing stage of your independent life in which you are feeling as if you are the person driving the car or steering the ship is beginning. The Wheel of Fortune is a karmic card. It is not necessarily always about money. In reverse like that, it really can be about having cleared old karma, particularly ones relating to karmic curses, which we're always talking about those. They are generational curses in the 3D. In the more practical term, they have a tendency to be referred to as generational trauma. Here we go. Because why does generational trauma exist? Because we cannot do better if we are not taught better. And so throughout generations, people have a tendency to make the same mistakes because they did not have the best nurturing experience. Now, there can be a magical influence on that and an energetic one as well. Healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and life, self-love, self-care, being happier. And that is honest to goodness what I'm getting here. Healthy choices as well. Hey, with that Nine of Pentacles in the upright, which is the card of independence, the only cure for codependence is independence. Please remember, if you have struggled with codependency in the past, and it is an emotional and an energetic injury that began in a formative stage, please don't think it's a character flaw, because it's not. If you have been struggling with overcoming it and you have gotten to the point where you have, when a new romance begins, please don't look at it through cards very often. You can get like one reading from a reader that you trust. Are they trustworthy? Is this a relationship worth pursuing? Are they hiding anything in the background? And please leave it at that, because it actually degrades and erodes a connection if somebody is checking in on it through cards that much, because it's the same thing as invading somebody's privacy. And we kind of don't think of it that way. You're entitled to keep yourself safe. You're entitled to find out, where is this supposed to go? What do I need to know? You're entitled to use tarot and divination arts in order to find out what's going on, but you can't take its pulse constantly through cards, or it has a tendency to go towards that codependent place. Because whenever we look at something, something looks back. And there are all forms of attachments that are very, very interested in kind of claiming our energy. So it's like wandering into an energetic vampire's den and being like, hey, here's my arterial flow. Would you like a sip? If you keep going back and keep going back, it has a tendency to make a connection less healthy. And that is something that may not be the most popular thing to hear about in the tarot world, But here's the thing, if you're in my collective, if you've been watching these readings, you've been trying really hard to overcome toxic patterns and trauma. And that's the way to avoid it. You can get as many readings as you want on your life choices, on your emotional health, getting information from spirit guides on your business. You can get all kinds of advice. But when it comes to your emotional connection, do your work in the 3D. Do your work in the 3D. Severely limit the number of readings that you will get on relationships. I personally don't ever even look at love cards at all for myself. Like, I take money cards, I take what am I supposed to do type of cards. I literally never look into relationships, and it makes me healthier and healthier each day. Please remember that. It's helpful. Cleaning house, which is letting go of things, releasing the past. Release the need to know all the answers. When you are healed, you believe in your ability to navigate your own life without constantly getting a cheat sheet on it. And you're more likely to get emotional concepts as you go forward. And that is not to shame anybody for love and tarot or for needing that extra help as you heal, because it's a very, very normal stage in overcoming deep trauma. But you will know that you need it less and less as you go forward, because as you are healed, you will attract somebody with matching energy. And matching energy is about having good boundaries on both sides. And so that's why we don't take too close of a look at our partners, our long-term partners, and our romantic partners beyond an initial kind of tarot background check, okay? All right, take care, be well. I know there's going to be people who are like, oh, how dare you? I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm trying to help you have the best emotional connection to self and to use tarot for what it is meant for, which is a connection to your guides, not a way of peeking into somebody else's head constantly, you know? All right, take care. Be well. See you next time.